Hey guys, welcome back to What's Happening, where we talk and of course drink beer.
Yeah.
I'm here tonight again with Boots.
Hey.
But also with a special guest. Tonight we've got Eric from Craft Cellr. Kind of a funny story where I was out having a beer, waiting for my daughter's play to finish up. And Eric is over here talking to another gentleman, actually Scott from Sweetwater, right? Or was it Sweetwater? Started talking beer, and I, of course, jumped in with conversation. And next thing you know, we're sitting there talking for like 45 minutes. I felt like I was holding him up, so I was like, yeah, I'll stop talking and go, but kept going. Anyway, so here we are. Basically, what is Craft Cellr?
Yeah, so Craft Cellr is a mobile platform that allows breweries to pre-sell beer direct to consumer for pickup at the brewery. We allow them to sell events, and then we also just rolled out some new membership technology. So being able to create a membership and then sell it to their consumers.
How'd you guys come up with this idea?
Sure, absolutely. So actually my background is in mobile ticketing. So I worked for a startup before this we did seat upgrades and subscription access to sports. We partnered with Ticketmaster, Live Nation, those types of things. It already liquidated, and I was quite frankly just a little bit bored, so I was looking for something else to do. And then SB 85 was passed in Georgia. So making Georgia basically the last great state in America to allow direct-to-consumer sales. The profit margin made out of the tap room is astronomically higher than anything else that they would do in distribution, and so that was a big deal. And if you've seen kind of what has happened over the past 2 years, really, for the renaissance of Georgia beer, it's been really impactful, where breweries can now create business plans that actually allow them to be successful earlier in their process, right? I started doing what I call selling air. So I had a few mock-ups of something that I thought we could build. The idea was to kind of leverage the institutional knowledge we had from ticketing and then bring it over to the craft beer world, with the idea being, let's help the breweries connect directly with consumers through technology. If there was a craft beer release, you could actually reserve it for pickup at the brewery and then pay at the brewery.
And with that, when it first started, was it this would be there the same day type thing, or was it you had to be there when they released? How did that work?
We're all about convenience because we're consumers ourselves, right? So what we wanted to do was build a product for people like yourself that you're working hard, you work odd hours, God forbid your kid gets sick or something that prevents you from attending these releases. The technology would essentially allow you to reserve that spot or that item and then pick it up over a predetermined time frame that the brewery sets. Pontoon or Monday night or whomever's on the platform, you might not interact with that release if mentally you don't think that you can get there. And so we really try to make it convenient for the consumer and then help the breweries reach people that they might not otherwise be able to reach.
Great. Great. That's a wonderful idea. So, kind of what areas is this available in right now? Where can we participate?
Sure. So, we currently work with 30 breweries across 7 states. We are predominantly focused in the Southeast. We have a very heavy presence in Atlanta and Athens, which is by design. If you start any technology, you want to make sure that you stay close to the product and listen to the feedback of users like yourselves, listen to the feedback of Sean and Shannon and Pontoon, and make sure that you're incorporating that back into the product. And then, so 2018 was really the year of building it within our local community, and then 2019 is all about trying to get up and down the East Coast and out west. So we're really trying to expand our profile.
Great. And lastly, if I wanted to sign up, is there a website, an app? How does someone go ahead and get signed up for the program?
Sure. So right now we are not a native app, so don't go to the App Store and search for us just yet. We're in the process of building one of those for iOS first. Where you would go is if you want to find the list of all our partners, you would go to craftcellr.com/partners. And the nuance there is it's Craft Cellr, no A.
Yes.
So that'll trip you up if you don't watch out for that. And that has a list of all our partners by state. You can click on the logos and then sign up. If Pontoon were to be promoting release on Instagram or Facebook, you can literally click the link right in the post and purchase right from your phone. So no download required.
I'm pretty sure that one coming up, double cup purple stuff. Yes.
That's
yeah.
the name.
It does have grapes, Concord grape in there.
I already bought mine.
What was the first brewery to team up with you and give you a shot?
Sure. So Monday night was the first brewery to jump on board and be a paying customer for us. We're indebted to them for that, because that's getting your first customer is always always the hardest. And they were, and I'd include Pontoon in this, but those first 10 breweries are really the ones that are championing the product, and they're willing to suffer through some of the bumps and bruises, because believe it or not, we're not perfect, and we have to kind of react to some of those things early.
I'm curious, since we're here at Pontoon Brewing, and we talk about beer, what are you drinking?
Right now, I'm drinking the New England IPA, which is awesome. Flavor of the month, right? Very popular. So, how about yourself? What are you drinking?
So for me, as you can see, I'm a flight person. Whenever I go to breweries, I like to sample kind of all the different flavors that they have. So I do have the IPA.
Okay.
Very, very good. I do have the Goats and Boats, was a collaboration between Skullflaw and Pontoon. The Snozzberries, which is a sour with cherry, and that's my favorite sour. I love how sours and cherry go together. And then I always have a soft spot for stouts that are aged in barrels.
And I just went all in, and they had the gravity glaze. And yes, it is intense. It is, the flavor's amazing. It's just solid, really, really good.
And a high ABV.
Oh, and a high.
That helps too.
Yes, it does. So thank you, Eric, for coming, and make sure you guys check out Craft Cellr.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Of course.
We do have Shannon. She's the marketing manager here at Pontoon, and she's going to give us kind of a little bit of the history of Pontoon.
Yeah, so we actually just celebrated our first anniversary back in January. We had been contract brewing for a few years before that, but brick and mortar versus contract brewing, a world of difference. So we're really proud of everything that we've done in the last year. As far as the name Pontoon goes, our owners are a couple guys from Florida, so we like to bring in that pontoon lifestyle, outdoor leisure with a little bit of modern exuberance into it. So if you're not familiar with the pontoon boat, it's that party platform.
Yes.
Yep. You're there for a good time and a long time. It is marathon, not a sprint. So another fun fact with our mascot being an otter and those tying in together is otters, when they float together, they kind of link together like a pontoon boat. So, and they're very playful.
And you just mentioned they're from Florida. How did Atlanta come into play?
So the owners, a couple of them, we have a big group of investors and owners. Two of them, Marcus and Sean, went to University of Florida. So when we were contract brewing, those two had the most time to kind of put into it. So they were able to step in. At the time, Sean was living in Nashville. Marcus was a lawyer and going to law school. He's a lawyer now. So they were able to kind of meet in the middle and go into Florida. And we've got just people from all over coming here. Myself personally coming from Virginia just back in June. So just joining that Georgia lifestyle along with them.
With Pontoon and Craft Cellr. Sure. So you did bring us some beers, and I was going to have you talk about them. One of them is kind of cool to me because this one right here, the IPA, that was my first intro to Pontoon last year, and that is a solid IPA. I still like picking that up. So that is, even all the beers that you guys have and all the beers available here, that's still one of my favorite beers to have.
Yeah.
But this other one I have not had, and what's the deal with that?
So that is the triple combustible pineapple. The original combustible pineapple was before my time, but actually the first beer on Craft Cellr with Eric, and we took our combustible pineapple and our Flores lava and tripled them. They both come out to 11.8%. It is a sneaky ABV, I promise you. And Eric had mentioned that he hadn't had this triple one yet, so I just had to bring it out for him if that was the original Craft Cellr Pontoon beer. With the Galaxy Drifter, that's our big flagship, and we've been reworking the recipe. I don't know if you know how expensive Galaxy hops are.
Yeah.
But they are very expensive, so we've been trying to find some balances with it, and we've really fine-tuned it. So we are about to do a new can launch sometime in April to accompany this new recipe that we've kind of been tweaking. So brought you an updated one as well.
Awesome.
So you can try
Okay.
that. My favorite has actually always been Hazy River IPL. It is our India Pale Lager. Virginia is lager country. There's lagers everywhere.
So I'm curious, kind of what's next on the horizon here for Pontoon Brewing?
So we're working on some really exciting stuff for 2019. Well, coming up most recently, I don't know if I was talking to you guys about this earlier, but we are working with Jameson on some cask-made programs. Yeah, so we that will not be a brewery release. It will be going out into a very limited distribution, and it'll be an Irish Mule Sour Ale that'll be coming out, and then we're working on doing some more bigger projects with them towards the end of the year. And then more exciting stuff, we're expanding some distribution this year, so we'll be moving into North Carolina and Florida shortly. Our owner and our taproom manager just got back from Tampa Bay Beer Week. They had they did a lot of work and they had a lot of fun, but we're really excited as Florida is kind of where our roots are.
Oh yeah, Shannon, definitely thank you for letting us stop by. Eric, thank you for speaking with us. So definitely have an opportunity to go check out Craft Cellr, and anytime you're out in the Atlanta area, definitely come check out Pontoon Brewing.
Oh, yeah, also we gotta crack these open and try them.
We definitely do.
All right, guys, we are back, and this time with some samples. So Shannon was nice enough to break into the cooler, as you see, and bring us out some samples. And so kind of you tell me, well, I know what we're having, but we're doing a Galaxy Drifter IPA. But you said this one's been tweaked a little bit. This is a newest release.
Yeah, so we've been working on the recipe a little bit. As I mentioned about the Galaxy hops, we're trying to find a way to kind of balance those out. So we've been working with a bunch of different hop blends. So this is our newest version. We're going to be fully releasing our best foot forward around April when we do a new full wrap can with a little bit of an updated design to the can. So this is our updated Galaxy Drifter, your first pontoon beer.
It's got enough citrus where it's not like everything else right now. I mean, I do like hazy IPAs, I do, but at some point I want something that can actually still get the hops in it. And it's got enough citrus, it's hoppy enough where it's like, yeah, you can tell it's an IPA, but it's not like bitter at all. It's just really, really smooth.
Yeah.
And then this next one we've got, as we were mentioning, combustible pineapple was the first Craft Cellr, our first series beer. So then we tripled it for our anniversary. So we've got an 11.8% combustible pineapple, and it sneaks up on you, real big.
That is crazy.
Oh wow, you can really taste the pineapple in this. That is good. It's a good pineapple flavor. It doesn't hide the IPA. It's still an IPA, which I love IPA, so that's a good thing. And with almost 12%, you'd think you would taste some booziness. And the lactose and the vanilla really mask that alcohol flavor. You get a little bit of heat, which is good.
Come on over real quick. What was your name, sir?
Daniel.
Daniel M. Scott. Good to meet you, sir. Or Crosstown is down here.
Yeah.
But he is a somewhat of a pontoon person. He does come here on rare occasion, I understand.
Rare
Daily.
Once in a while.
Only in days and in days here. But I figured it'd be really cool to bring someone in that actually drinks the beer and lives the beer.
Yeah.
I mean,
the beer.
And
I was here the first opening weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I was here opening weekend, and then Sean had a Kickstarter thingy, crowdfunding thing.
Yeah.
I submitted to that, and I met Sean actually before he had the brewery. So I met Sean at a beer fest in Callaway Gardens, and I've loved everything they've done for. I like the fact that it's it's like so much variety that like some places really get stuck in like, I want to do only sour beers, I want to do only Belgian beers, I want to do only blah blah blah. And Sean and Marcus and everyone knows that like, hey, we need to like not corner the market, we need to like expand it so that anyone who comes into Pontoon can drink a Pontoon beer.
What's your favorite beer? Or is it what you're drinking now, or what's your favorite?
Was it your hat?
No, I do like snozberries.
Yes.
I do like snozberries. One of mine would be probably they have a barrel aged strong ale, which is the Friedenberg one. That's really good. I like the pecan pie porter,
That's
which is
really
one of my
good.
favorites.
Yes.
So delicious. But yeah, no, probably the snoz, just because it's like the evolution of it is so delicious.
Very good beer.
Working on a barrel-aged snozberries for Sean, who they are expecting a child, baby Liam. So we're coming out with a barrel-aged Liam someday. We're still watching the barrels, still making sure everything's progressing and changing as it should. Our Jameson beer will be a barrel-aged sour as well.
Ooh.
Yes, castmates. That's cool.
Man, I
Not
appreciate you
bad.
hopping in. What are you drinking, by the way?
This is the Gravity
Gravity
Glaze.
Glaze,
The
yes.
new Gravity Glaze.
I
Sorry.
think that's been the favorite
That's
of
been
the
the
table
favorite of the
so
table.
far.
Yeah.
It's been very, very good.
Yeah.
No, thanks a ton for coming on. Thanks again, guys, for watching What's Happening. Follow us, love us, like us. Hit the double click button, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, hit everything. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, somewhat on Twitter. Tell us what pontoon brew that you've had,
Yeah.
and what is your favorite. And if it's not, what pontoon beer would you like to have? And maybe the UPS guy will accidentally ship a beer to you that he doesn't know that he's shipping to you illegally.
Or you can probably find it on Craft Cellr.
That's never happened. Oh yes, or in Craft Cellr. If you do it, actually, it's one last thing on Craft Cellr. Craft Cellr. The thing is, you do have to go to the brewery to pick it up. But one thing you're working on is having a proxy, right, where someone can go pick it up for you.
Yeah, so we're working on a feature where, and it would be up to the brewery as to whether they would allow it or not, but effectively, if my best friend lives in Charlotte, which he does, and I want to buy something from, say, a Resident Culture or something like that, I could buy it on my account, I could assign him to pick it up, and then they would have an accurate accounting of knowing that he's going to pick it up for me, and then it's between me and him as to how I get that beer.
Well, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for liking us. See you next time. And any parting words?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Slancha. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And come out this Saturday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Right here at Pontoon Brewing, and there's two different options. It's $10, I think, to get in.
So it is now. There's a GA option. It comes with 5 beer tickets, a plastic complimentary branded cup, and some party favors. That will be $25 at the door, $20 pre-sale, and then VIP is available only pre-sale, $35. That will come with the brownie batter batch, fudgy Irish mocha, a reservation for the double cup purple stuff, 7 beer tickets, party favors, and that is only for pre-sale, not at the door.
And so, all right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, I think that's a wrap.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.